Traveling to consciousness, exploring spiritual journeys to find answers in uncertainty.
What is up, conscious monkeys? Welcome back to another episode of Traveling to Consciousness. As always, I'm your host, Clayton Cuteri. In today's podcast, we have a little bit of Indigo knowledge coming to you. We're going to be talking about, what were we talking about? Oh, family. We're talking about family, and I apologize, I was a little disconnected. I ate a little too much before I got on here, but we are also going to set up IG Live, so we will be broadcasting this live as well. So without further delay, I'm going to get the live started. We're going to take a little moment here to let people come in. In the meantime, while people are starting to fill in, I do want to let you guys know that I am in the process of putting together the Academy of Indigo Education. If you want to get knowledge on that, what you're going to have to do is click the link in my bio, click the link down below, because the knowledge that I'm going to be providing all of you with over that in that academy is going to be life-changing. It is going to teach you how the energies work. It is going to teach you how to become wealthy. It's going to teach you how to achieve everything you want in life in a very subtle and energetic way. So it's very powerful. So sign up for the newsletter. And as people are starting to file in here, guys, we are going to be talking about family in today's live. If you don't know, I record these. I put it on my podcast. So go check out my podcast if you're interested in hearing this in full length. And it will be released tomorrow. So without further delay, family. What in the world is family? What in the world are we talking about when we talk about family? So, the way that I feel like majority of us look at the idea of family, or when you say family, the immediate thing that comes to mind, the immediate idea that comes to mind is the people who are your blood relatives. You have your siblings, you have your mom, you have your dad, quote unquote, everyone only has one. You have cousins, aunts, uncles, maybe grandparents, whatever it might be. And this is a very important part of your upbringing, your life. These are the people you're supposed to rely on, connect with. It's who has your back. And there is a lot of truth to this. Now, of course, we all know how to poke each other's buttons more than somebody else. Those people know how to poke each other's buttons more than somebody else. I have a brother and sister, so I know exactly how this game is played. What you have to realize, as important as these people are, is that the division that gets created in this world, because that is the tool, that is the main tool that the elites use to keep us fighting amongst each other, is the idea of division. You were born on this side of this imaginary line in Mexico, and so because you're American, you're not supposed to like them. They shouldn't come over here. If you're in India or Pakistan, you were born on this side of this imaginary line, so we have to go to war with each other. Oh, you're Israeli, you're Palestinian. We have to go to war because you were born on this side of this imaginary line. And this is a big issue that comes up because we have to realize that these imaginary lines, the imaginary items that we decide to categorize ourselves by skin color, by gender, whatever it is division. And that division starts when they start to break down the family unit. Now, they have gotten more insidious. They've gotten more insidious about this, where they're actually directly attacking the immediate family now. You'll notice that they're trying to create the division between men and women. And this division, in particular, is what will destroy what is traditionally called the nuclear family. But you have to realize that the opposite of this is what reality is based in. And what is the opposite of this? The opposite of this is that every single person on this planet is a part of your family. I'm going to say that again. Every single human being on this planet, you can find a part of your family in. Now, what do I mean by this? In order to understand this, you have to understand the energetic principles associated with this. So, especially if you have siblings, you'll know this perfectly well. There's a specific energy that you'll feel between your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, your wives, boyfriends, girlfriend, whatever it is, husband. There's different energies that are associated with it. Maybe sons or daughters. You'll feel a specific energy associated with that relationship. Where it gets interesting is that you share this unique relationship with every single person on earth. Think about that for a second. You have a family relationship with every single person that exists on earth. And you can do this. And don't take my word for it. I want you to be the investigator, the researcher of your own reality. And here's how you can do it. Go outside. Maybe you can't do it right now, at least on the East Coast, it's dark right now, but go outside, go to a public area. Maybe you go to a restaurant, engage with the waiter, and think, is this person a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, maybe an aunt, maybe an uncle, maybe a cousin? Maybe I see them as a daughter or a son. And I guarantee you that you will find this relationship with everyone. And this isn't even really that crazy of an idea, because if you examine our language, especially in English, and I know this happens all over the world because I have traveled to over 15 countries at this point, but if you examine our language, what you will find is that we already do this. We already make these mental associations in our language. The most classical, the one that relates the most to me, is bro or brother. Thanks, brother. Thanks, bro. We're identifying that there is already a familial connection between us. I've heard women say, she's like a sister to me. That's because you're literally feeling the energy of sisterhood between her. Because she literally is your sister on an energetic level. Okay, maybe the blood isn't there. But you tell me, what's more important? The energy that connects you to, or the blood? The blood's a physical, material thing. Obviously, it's important. Without it, none of us would be here. We wouldn't be doing this. But what's important is the energy that you feel between people. You feel like they're a brother. You feel like they're a sister. You feel like they're a daughter, a brother, mother, boyfriend, girlfriend, XYZ. And this is part of the illusion that has been stripped out of us. This is part of the illusion that has been taken away. Because instead of focusing on the familial ties that you have with every single person, you should categorize yourself as being American, being Israeli, being Palestinian, being Ukrainian or Russian. You were born on this side of the line, so therefore you should hate those people. And it's become so insidious that they are getting down to the family unit now, when they are starting to try to pin men against women and women against men, and then completely just destroy even the small fabric of reality that we have, and not even be able to distinguish between what a man is and what a woman is. So you create the most ultimate confusion, and not even confusion. You create isolation. Somebody who is isolated can be controlled. And if you realize that you have so many more family members, you will no longer feel isolated. You will no longer feel alone. You will no longer be afraid. You will feel empowered. You'll realize you have brothers everywhere. You have sisters everywhere. Maybe your biological father or mother left you at a young age. Could you imagine if you knew that there was an energetic connection out there of another mother or another father? People say that too. He's like the father I never had. He's like the son I never had. She's like the mother that I never had. Because it literally is. Now, I know this reaches a whole plethora of different people. I myself believe and at some level know in reincarnation. And it's okay if you don't. But I truly believe that that is the thing. And this energy, I believe, is what is the key, part of the key, to validating that. Because this energy would not exist between these other people if you had never been family members with them in a past life. You would never have felt this brotherly connection, this sisterly connection, this mother, friend, brother, whatever it is. So if you want to create world peace, you need to focus on this, that we are all one giant family. Planet Earth is one giant family. Could you imagine 7 billion people operating as one family, as one force for goodness in the world? Can you imagine how powerful we would all become individually and together, because we would be working together? We'd be working towards a common goal of propelling us into the next stages of our evolution, whether it's psychological, spiritual, physical, whatever it is. We would solve all the problems overnight, because instead of looking at, let's say, a Palestinian as being another person or something other, not my family member, it's now your brothers, it's your sons and daughters that are being killed. And you'll care for them and you'll think about them in a different way. Imagine how powerful that would be if we could use that knowledge, if that knowledge could reach every single person on this planet. Imagine overnight how powerful we would become, because we would no longer be motivated by greed. It would no longer be about competition. It would be about helping others. It would be about helping our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers, our sons, our daughters. The power of this cannot be understated. And right now, if this is the first time you've ever thought about this, it's all theoretical. So maybe you're kind of sitting here and maybe you're like, yeah, Clayton, this is it. But until you actually go out into the real world and start talking to people and thinking in your mind, is this my brother? Is this my sister? They have like dad energy, or maybe it's kind of like motherly energy. Once you start making that mental connection, the entire world will start to shift. Your entire perspective on reality will start to grow and become more beautiful and aligned, because you will start to become connected on a deeper level with every single human being that exists on this planet. This is how we get to a place of world peace. This is how we end every single crisis that faces nature, that faces our planet, that faces humanity. This is exactly it. No more wars, no more famine, no more droughts, because we'll start helping people because they are our family. You would do anything for your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, and they would do anything for you. So overnight, we would all become joined. We would all become one unit. We would realize how we could care for each other, how we can support each other. Because a piece of this also is that we all are good at our own things. There are people listening to this right now that you have your own unique talent. Maybe you don't know what it is. Maybe you do know what it is. If you know what it is, consider yourself extremely lucky. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that one thing, there is one thing in particular I know for sure that every single person here listening is better at than me. There is at least one thing that every single person on this planet is more intelligent about, is more capable of than I am. So it is in my best interest, all of our best interests, to leverage that, to use that, to make that person feel as though they are, quite frankly and quite literally, a divine gift that has been placed upon this earth. And for us to start acknowledging that exists within every single person, starts with us recognizing and realizing that every single person here is a part of our family. We are one giant family. And that knowledge will transform this world. We will be free. We will be free from the shackles of illusion. And not only will we be free in those regards, but we will feel empowered. We will be calm. We will be happy. Because everywhere you go, you will be walking past one of your family members. How could you ever possibly feel alone? How could you ever feel isolated if you knew that every single person walking by you was one of your family members? It just wouldn't happen. Maybe you've never talked to them in this life before, but if you know that that's either your brother, your sister, and the more you practice this, by the way, you'll pick up on the energy quicker, where you can see it before you even talk to somebody. And what that will do will bring you insight on how to talk to them, how to interact with them. It'll take out the guesswork. You'll stop treating everybody the same. Everyone deserves respect, but you're not going to treat everybody the same. Me being a man, nobody's going to treat me like a daughter. Nobody's going to treat me like a wife or a girlfriend. And that's just kind of evident. But whenever you start doing it on an individual basis with every single person you talk to, and you start to recognize how that energy feels between you two, it will transform your life. And not only will it transform your life, but it'll transform their life too. Because you will give them an experience with another human being that they have never experienced before. Because nobody thinks like this. Nobody goes around and actively thinks, what is their relationship to me? What relationship are they in my family of humanity? And by doing this, you will transform the world. I am telling you, I have seen it in my life. I have been actively doing this for about a year now. It's just second nature. It's kind of just like a habitual response at this point. And I am telling you that if you start practicing this with every single person you do, eventually you got to try, but then eventually it'll just be second nature. And the way you interact with people will change. The way they respond to you will change. The way that you'll help them and they'll help you will change. For the better. You'll become more calm. You'll get more things done in your life. And we'll be coming together. We'll be closer. We'll be treating people the way that we're supposed to treat them. The way God intended for us to treat them. The way our divine purpose came here to treat them. So that's everyone's homework. Everyone's homework is the next time you see someone, whether you know them or don't know them, start to pick up on the subtle energy of what relationship you have with them in your family of the world. And then act accordingly. And you will see that relationship become so much deeper. And you will see the richness in your life evolve to a place that you have never experienced before. And this, my friends, is a very small knowledge that is offered in the Academy of Indigo Education. Not released yet, but if you sign up for my newsletter, I will be releasing a discount code whenever it does get released. We're going to be putting together an academy. There will be an application. There will be an application fee. But if you sign up for the newsletter, your application fee will be waived. We will not be submitting everybody. But those of you who are committed, who display a sense of urgency and love for the spiritual nature of this world, your lives will transform. And this is completely okay with whatever religion you practice. Whatever religion you practice is 100% fine. So I highly encourage you, I encourage everyone to sign up. And together, we are going to turn this world into one of the most beautiful places to live in the entire universe. Because right now, our minds, our bodies, and our souls have been corrupted. And in order for us to get to the place we need to be, we need proper knowledge in order to get there. So I look forward to you signing up to the newsletter. I see new people are joining in. This live will be available right after I'm done here. And if you don't, you'll hear it live. I put it out on my podcast every Thursdays at 11 a.m. So tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time, this will be live as well if you just want the audio version. The video version will be available in about 10 minutes whenever I get off. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I appreciate the effort and the love that I have received from everyone over the last couple of weeks. And I hope that all of you have an entirely beautiful day and realize how you can transform your life. And for all of you conscious monkeys, I will see all of you in the sixth dimension.